so far then, I've basically got an intro section laid out here and then the first drop where the bass line comes in. To make it easier to mix, the very start is going to have just beats. So it's going to start off with our drum and percussion parts, and then the same for the next scene down, but then with the additional ride cymbal as well. And then after a period that's hopefully long enough for DJs to be able to mix it, the first melodic part will come in, which is our organ. And to keep things simple, that is going to then be the main melodic part and sort of thing that adds the harmony to the track for the whole of this opening section of the song. So it's going to go through this last stage of the intro into the break and then continue through the first drop. It's a good thing to do, I think, to keep things as simple as possible, not have too many melodic sounds going on at once. That's not always the case. Sometimes you like additional arpeggiated parts and pads and things to kind of stack up. But in this kind of a track, I think it's nice to keep it relatively simple. After the first drop, after the groove's been going for a little while, I'll probably take it out and then have a stripped back section, maybe with just the drum parts, the bass, and then maybe bring in one of our other melodic parts like the guitar or banjo. But we'll see. First though, let's put the transport back to the start. Hit record and then launch our first scene and then record all of this into the arrangement. Couple of things then. One I've just noticed, it's actually recorded over my sidechain, of course. First of all though, if I just click on this switch up here, it'll go to playing the clips in the arrangement rather than session view. Now I can just bring the sidechain part back in. The other thing, I had the sidechain, the organ track off rather, so I'm just going to get rid of this automation here by going to clear envelope on the track header. Okay, so that's the basic intro blocked out. And now I can go in a bit more detail and make some edits to these parts. So let's go in and make a few more edits now. First up, I'm just going to do a bit of automation to this guitar loop. I could do it with my track volume, but instead I'm going to do it in the clip editor, because what I want is for the guitar to fade in slowly over this portion here, so that when the kick drum drops out for this mini break here, that's when it finally comes in. yeah, if I automate the track level, that'd be fine, but then it would make it harder to mix later because the track volume on the mixer already has some automation on it. So what I'm going to do instead is just go down to my envelope, clip volume, and then unlink it, set it to 8 bars. So it can fade in across this whole portion here, and then just create some kind of a fade there. Might be nice to have it so it's kind of fading in slowly throughout most of the 8 bars, and then at the end it kind of jumps up a bit faster as we go into this first break. The other thing across that section, it could be nice to start to introduce the bass. So if I option drag that over, I'm thinking maybe just the first 2 notes. And then to have that every 4 bars throughout the whole 16 bars there. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. What else? Just before this drop, one thing that's seeming like an obvious thing to include would be this cello build. So if I just select all of them and then drop them into the arrangement just before the bass drops there. Yep, that's going to sound good. I think having the vocal come in over the first break would work well as well. So let's bring the vocal in. Oh, hang on. Let's get rid of my cellos. Vocal there. And maybe I'm going to also remove some of the parts here. Whoops. On this bar. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's have a listen to that. Yeah, that's sounding good. I think I might also try this tremolo sound as well. This little build up, add it to the cellos. It's a very characteristic sound that you hear at the beginning of the track, which really identifies the track to me. So let's just drag that in there. A bit loud. Yeah, I think that's working well.